Well, hey guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 cleansers from 2021 for dry skin. Now, the cleansers in this video, they're not just for dry skin. They're a particularly good choice if you have very sensitive skin. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of peeling, irritation from a topical medication, or God forbid, maybe you over-exfoliated. And as a reminder, I recently did a video on how to recover from over-exfoliating. I'll link that video down below in the description box. But remember, a tip in that video was to switch over to a gentler cleanser. These would be a great choice. Now, I tried out a ton of cleansers this year. In fact, I think I tried out just as many cleansers as I did sunscreens, which is rather shocking, especially since I'm always encouraging you guys to back down on cleansing frequency. Avene came out with or reformulated their Tolerance line, and the extremely gentle cleansing lotion is a standout product from this year, in my opinion. What's interesting about this product is that it technically is a no rinse formula, meaning you can massage it onto the surface of the skin to break up dirt, oil, sebum, cosmetics, water resistant sunscreen, and then you can just wipe your face with a towel. Now, I don't use it that way. I use it as a first step in a double cleanse. It leaves the skin very soft and moisturized. Now, I use this as a first step, and then when I get in the shower, I do rinse it off and I do use a gentle cleanser. But I have found that at least just getting in the shower and rinsing it off pretty much takes everything off by itself. So I think it's a fantastic choice if you are really in a situation where you need to pare down the number of products that you use and you need to reduce the frequency of cleansing, your skin is very irritated, this would be a great choice. And I'm always getting questions as a side note, especially in the summer months, can I suggest some way to cleanse without using water? Because a lot of you guys like to go camping and you may not have access to clean water to wash your face. Try this out. A lot of people like to use makeup wipes and micellar waters. I already ranted about micellar waters burning my eyes, and then makeup wipes, You could use a reusable washcloth or something to wipe this off. Doesn't require any water. But for day-to-day use, I do suggest at least rinsing it off, but it leaves the skin very soft, moisturized, but effectively removes cosmetics, impurities, dirt, and it cleanses. It's very nice. Cleanses without stripping. Now, I tried out some K-Beauty this year. You guys know I love dabbling in K-Beauty, and a brand that I discovered this year and really enjoyed is Rovectin. Now, Rovectin, my understanding, it is cruelty-free. Now, this is their Skin Essentials Conditioning Cleanser. And I rather enjoyed this. It is a cleanser that has a little bit of a slightly foamy lather. It's very mild, but effectively cleanses to remove dirt and impurities. Now, I do suggest using an oil cleanser or a cleansing balm or makeup remover if you're wearing heavy makeup before using this, because this alone is not likely to take all of that off, but it is a good, gentle, basic cleanser as a second step. For those of you with dry and more sensitive, irritated skin. It has centella extract in it, which is helpful for healing, although to what extent that benefits your skin when you're just washing it on and off, I'm not really sure, truthfully, because the studies on centella are done with leave-on forms. Regardless, that is in there, and it also has disodium EDTA. Now, that is a chelating agent, and I think that is actually helpful if you live somewhere with hard water, which I do, because it kind of helps sop up some of those minerals that would otherwise interact with surfactants and lead to kind of a film on the skin. There are no sulfates in this also, and if you'll recall from my video on tips for hard water, I suggest choosing sulfate-free cleansers because it's the sulfates that interact with the minerals in the hard water and lead to that film that can aggravate irritation, acne, and eczema. So I think this is not only a gentle cleanser for those of you with dry, irritable skin, but it's a good one if you live somewhere with hard water, which I do. I rather enjoyed it. And when I reviewed this in a video on K-Beauty products, I remember specifically saying like, it's a cleanser. I mean, there's not a whole lot novel that you can say about it, but I have repurchased it and have continued to use it. And I do think it is one of the best cleansers that I've tried out this year. Now, Cetaphil reformulated their cleansers this year, and it, in my opinion, represents a substantial improvement. If you've been following me since the beginning, you know I was a little salty towards this cleanser for a while, the Gentle Skin Cleanser, because I didn't really know a long time ago about double cleansing, and I used to try and use the old formula of this as just a face wash to remove like mascara and sunscreen, and it would always leave raccoon eyes behind, and I found that very frustrating. I now know that extremely gentle cleansers like this, you need to do a double cleanse. You need to use an oil cleanser or a cleansing balm or a makeup remover to actually remove your makeup first. This will not do it. So that being said, now that I know that, I really prefer their newer formulation. They've added panthenol and niacinamide. They've taken out or changed some of the surfactants, so I think it makes for a much milder cleanser, less irritating. And I recall specifically that this cleanser sometimes would actually burn and sting. And now that they've reformulated it, I have not experienced that. This one I am like, I have about that much left in this bottle. As a side note, the products that you see in my videos, I actually use, even the ones I don't like, I always use and use up in their entirety. I mean, unless it's just, you know, so foul that it's causing me skin problems, then I obviously don't use it up. But I don't waste products. So this one, I have about this much left in this particular bottle. Highly recommend it. It's very good. In my opinion, it represents a substantial improvement from their older formula. If you want to know how this compares to the older formula in terms of ingredient to ingredient comparison, check out my video reviewing this and their other daily facial cleanser, the new formulation. I'll link that video down below in the description box. But for those of you with dry, very sensitive skin, this was a standout from this year. Okay, you guys know I'm a big proponent of reducing the number of products that you use, even though I obviously try out and use a ton of products. I love cleansers and moisturizers that market themselves as being good for the face and body, because I feel like a lot of times the products that are being sold for the body are more than fine to use on the face. Now, of course, the brands, they don't test them out on the face, so they're always kind of leery to make that claim. But I really appreciate that La Roche Posay came out in their lipikar line, a gentle foaming moisturizing wash for the face and the body. Previously, I have always recommended the Toleriane Gentle Cleanser as a cleanser for those of you with dry, sensitive skin. But in my opinion, this is a great one as well, and I really like that it can be used on the face and the body. In contrast to the Toleriane one that I've always recommended, this one has a bit of a foam. If you've ever used the Toleriane gentle cleanser, it's very creamy, not the foaming one, but the creamy one. The creamy one, there's like no lather there. It kind of feels like you're just putting lotion on your face. Some people who, especially those with very sensitive skin, love it and swear by it. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from you guys over the years who have tried that out and found that it's like your holy grail cleanser. But many people are like, what the heck? This just feels like I'm putting lotion on my face. They want a little bit more of a foaming action. So this does foam, but it is very gentle. In contrast to the Toleriane one, this has shea butter in it, making it a very moisturizing formula for dry skin. It really does a good job cleansing without stripping the moisture barrier. I think those moisturizing ingredients like the shea specifically really help with replenishing the moisture barrier and helping to reduce transepidermal water loss as much as possible that occurs with cleansing. And again, I'm a huge fan of products that are marketed for face and body. So I really like this. The Lipikar AP Body Lotion, I also really love. As a matter of fact, it is one of my top recommended moisturizers for like winter skin. You know, traditionally, you've always been guided to choose cleansers that are foaming if you have oilier skin and non-foaming if you have dry or sensitive skin. And for the most part, that is often true, but I'm finding as cleanser technology has advanced, formulations have changed, you know, over the years, that is becoming maybe less true, and that there are foaming cleansers out there that are not drying, not, you know, as harsh. For example, the Cetaphil, their reformulated daily facial cleanser, it's a foamy type cleanser, but it's not overly drying. So I'm finding that to be less the case as cleanser technology advances and they're adding more moisturizing ingredients. I would say in the past year and a half, I've really seen a lot of changes in the realm of cleanser design and formulation. I think a lot of it has to do with the pandemic too, with people washing their hands so much, and we were seeing so much hand dermatitis. There was a huge pressure on the personal care industry to start coming out with cleansing technologies that would replenish moisture. And I've really seen that make its way in facial cleansers as well, which is great because, you know, people who have acne, they're not always oily, and they really need cleansers that are going to be super gentle. All right, so all of that yammering aside, Neutrogena, they came out with some new cleansers this year, reformulated a few, and I've really been enjoying this year. It is their hydroboost hydrating cleansing gel, fragrance-free with hyaluronic acid. It is just a basic gentle gel type consistency cleanser that does work up into a soft lather. And by soft lather, I mean, we're not talking like buckets of foam, but there is a little bit of substance to the lather. And it does a good job removing dirt, oil, impurities, water-resistant sunscreen without drying out the skin. It doesn't burn around the eyes, so you can use it in washing off your eye makeup. Previously, I have always recommended and still recommend the hydroboost cleansing lotion. It has poloxamer in it, which is good for kind of balancing out perhaps the charge of the skin cells and kind of reducing irritation. Anyways, but this is new from the hydroboost line this year. It is more of a gel formula. And I think people who find that the lotions that don't really foam or generate much lather, I think if you're frustrated by those, you will like this. Free of fragrance, very gentle, but builds it, works into something of substance, which I appreciate. So I have been using this off and on this year, and recently I've started using it as the second step in my double cleanse in the shower. So I really like it. The other thing I like about this is you really don't need very much. It spreads on the surface of the skin well and generates into a lather. So even though the bottle is not like, how many ounces is this, 5.5, a little bit goes a long way, and I appreciate that. All right, you guys, those are the 5 cleansers for dry, sensitive, hyper-irritable skin. I think they would all be good choices for those of you who have acne, rosacea, eczema to try out. They're gentle, they don't strip the skin barrier, but they also do a good job removing dirt and impurities. It's a delicate balance when we're talking about cleansing, because you can't not cleanse, especially the face. There are a lot of things that come in contact with the skin of the face: dirt, impurities, pollutants, and we need to remove that, especially if you do have sensitive skin, if you have eczema or acne prone skin. Those things can end up causing a lot of irritation for you. But you want to balance that when it comes to cleansing with not stripping away some of the protective lipids in the skin. I think these cleansers would be a great choice for you guys out there. And specifically, these are just new to me from this year. That is why I collated them in this video. If you're like, what about this cleanser that you recommended for dry skin, 2 years ago? Yes, it is still a good one, but this is, kind of the best of 2021 in terms of things that are new this year or new to me that I shared with you guys and reviewed, kind of collating the best from the year. And so things have changed quite a bit in terms of the cleansers that are available on the market. So who knows where we'll be next year. If you didn't notice, I decided to wear a lipstick today. And I went all out. So on my lips, I have 2 products actually. This is the Revlon, what is the name? Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Golden Pearl Plum. I'm trying it out for the first time. It came in a box of 3 lipsticks. Anyways, so that is what I have on the bottom, and then on the top over it, I put on my Lancome Juicy Tubes and Magic Spell. My lip gloss is popping. It kind of matches my earrings and then the purplish pink in my necklace. I thought I would share that with you guys. All right, I hope you all are enjoying these kind of best of 2021 videos. I obviously plan to do more. There's definitely going to be a best of 2021 sunscreen, so stay tuned for that, and a best of 2021 K-Beauty. So make sure, I don't know how you see my videos, but if those videos sound of interest to you, I think having the bell notifications turned on allegedly helps you to know when those go live. So, click on that if that's helpful to you. They always go live at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon Eastern Standard Time. So, it becomes predictable for those of you who follow me. But all right, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.